Okay, so on to question 17. And as you've already noticed, I guess they had spreadsheets before, which was quite a common thing in the exam. They've now also put a bit of HTML, or in this case a CSS, into the exam. And I think that's, if I'm right, it's the first time I've seen it in the exam, so I think it caught a few people off guard. But it's one of those ones that there's a lot of clues in it already, so you might not get all the points, but with a bit of common sense, you can probably work certain ones out. I think someone on Twitter put it as playing spot the difference with the CSS, which is a fair thing, and actually would probably work for a lot of them. So I wrote out this CSS. Now, obviously, I have the massive benefit of having a nice colored page over here, which really helps quite considerably. If you have the colored thing, you get to see what's going on. So we need to find 5 mistakes in the CSS that would stop it working and give the correction. So let's see what we should start with. Okay, so let's start with the 2 not so obvious ones, depending on your language, but you should spot that color and color are different. Now, color is the American one, and color with a U is the British one. CSS and HTML in general are written in American English, so color with a U wouldn't work. So let's put it in here. Oops, wrong way around. It's terrible here. Oh, it's quite late here. Should be color. Okay, now obviously you should probably give a bit more of you should maybe write out the full line and then rewrite the full line rather than just the lazy way I'm doing it, but should give you the idea. Now the other American one we've got going for us is center and where's the other one? Center. So again, you can see here on mine that text align center, and it shouldn't be this one. Okay, so ER is the American spelling, RE is the British spelling. Honestly though, I've lived abroad so long that I can not really remember the difference a lot of the time. So I can understand why it's tricky for people who've grown up in maybe more mixed cultures, because I often forget now. So center should be center. Now did I put that the right way around? We'll see. Center. It should be center. RE should be center. Oops. RE should be center. Like that. Okay. Okay, so that's our first kind of major ones, and hopefully you could have picked them up. The other one you might spot here, it's flagged up again, and I'm lucky because of my colors. I know, I'm well aware of that. But you can see that this is going to cause us a bit of problem here. So this one should be without, oops, completely wrong. Okay, that one there, without the space. Okay, so that's that one. Here, you'll see here, it's a bit of a tricky one to spot, but it should have the hyphen, but it doesn't. So we need to point that one out as well. Should be. Okay, oops, I'll leave it as it is. What else have we got going for us? This here. So when it comes to fonts, you should remember that if it's more than a single word, oops, there we go, then it should be in brackets in order to put it together, otherwise it's not going to work. So I think in general, so Times New Roman. Should be. Yeah, you only have to do the brackets. So for example, Arial doesn't need, but because it's a multi-worded one, we should put the bracket in there. There's no other ones jumping out at me, but I mean that's I've got our 5. Not seeing anything else. Oh yeah, there was a big one. I've copied it wrong actually. H2, this one here. Didn't have the pound sign. Sorry, that was very bad of me. Should be with the pound sign. Sorry, my keyboard's messed up and I don't actually have access to a hashtag at the moment because I'm on Chinese, but there we go. Okay, and that says got 6, so it looks like they've given us more than 5 to choose from. Again, a lot of these they'd work on some things, it wouldn't work on others. Like I think this one might work in some circumstances. I think this one might work. You'd need to. I think it would depend browser to browser, but the key thing is which would prevent this rather than could, but I guess we're trying to make it as correct as possible, even if some browsers would probably do a guess for us and figure it out. Okay, great. If you spot any more, please post them in the comments. Those are the ones that I picked up on. If there's anything I missed, let me know.